Chinese tech companies are searching for alternatives to now banned US technology, among them high-performance chips used in AI development. And while those curbs could slow progress, they could also speed up Beijing's efforts to achieve technological independence. That's a major worry for US AI chipmaker NVIDIA. Camille Nedelec reports from Hong Kong.
Made in China, but not really. That's the problem faced by major Chinese technology firms, how to keep the innovation coming without access to US chips. Huawei has been grappling with this issue since 2019, when the US first started restricting its access to cutting-edge technology. Huawei's CEO says its single chips are a generation behind the US. But that hasn't stopped its fan base, who are proudly touting the virtues of its latest flagship phone on Chinese social media.
Obviously, it is having an impact on Chinese companies which are importing this technology to develop their own AI. So it has slowed down and restricted the development to some extent for these companies. But on the other hand, these companies have accelerated the development of their own in-house AI.
Xiaomi, another major Chinese tech firm, has spent years developing a next-generation chip for its smartphones, the type of chip that can turbocharge AI and speed up machine learning. But making it requires a mix of licenses and products from now banned US companies. It could be a major setback for the tech giant.
But there are still difficulties ahead as far as technology, as far as the world perception. But I think that there are beginning to be a number of green shoots in breaking through this barrier.
Other firms, such as Tencent, say they have a stockpile of chips and can wait out the drought. In the long term, US chip maker NVIDIA has warned the US curbs could backfire, forcing China to rapidly ramp up its own chip-making capabilities. Before the curbs, the firm provided most of China's AI chips, but not anymore. According to NVIDIA CEO, AI is becoming 1 million times more powerful every decade, and AI is the new internet.
We realize how incredible this technology is, how important it is, how transformative it's going to be, and why it's so essential for us to engage.
As the US president continues to pressure Beijing, China might have a trump card: rare earth minerals. With the world's supply cut off, technology firms are starting to feel the pinch, a powerful negotiating tool. Camille Nedelec, TRT World, Hong Kong.
Joining us now from Naples, Italy, is cybersecurity intelligence expert Pierluigi Paganini. Thanks for being with us, Pierluigi. Now, firstly, what's your take on the latest US-China trade deal, and how do you see it impacting global markets in the months ahead?
The latest US-China trade deal may bring short-term relief, but will not raise deep-rooted tensions between the two countries. Market will remain cautious, especially sectors like semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and electric vehicles. However, I have no doubt the supply chain diversification and strategy decoupling will likely continue, and investors may see strategic volatility as both nations maintain competitive posture, especially around sensitive technologies.
Right, and what could China's push for tech independence mean for the future of global AI innovation?
Well, that's a good question. It could significantly reshape the global AI landscape. While US firms may lose a massive market, China will continue to invest heavily in developing its chipsets and AI models, potentially accelerating innovation under a closed-loop ecosystems. They have the capabilities, they have the investments to do it. And I believe that this divergence risks splitting the global AI standards and reducing collaboration progresses and efforts on ethical, safety, and performance.
And do you think the rare earth minerals agreement gives China the upper hand here in these trade negotiations?
For sure, China controls over rare earth minerals give it a real leverage, especially in critical areas like clean energy and defense. But how long this advantage lasts depends on how fast other countries may find alternatives or ramp out the recycling efforts. If China pushes too hard, it might actually speed up this process, these efforts. And however, for now, I believe that it's a powerful card to play in the trade talks.
And what do you think would be the biggest risks if high tariffs remain in place for a long time?
Ongoing tariffs could shake up the global market trade, drive up the prices, and slow down the innovation. Companies may cut back on research and development and also pass the cost to the customers. Over time, this could deepen the tariffs between US and China, creating clashing standards and stalling progresses in artificial intelligence, development of chips, and green technologies. It could also fuel economic nationalism, making global cooperation even more hard.
Right, we will have to leave it there. Pierluigi Paganini in Naples, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.